It's usually a convention center known by the English name Big Pallet.
It seems kind of quiet right now.
Big Pallet typically hosts everything from auto shows to regional ag fairs. But since March, the 250,000 square foot building echoes with different sounds. Thanks to a local engineering firm, hot soup with pork and cabbage is about to be served outside Hall B. This evacuation center offers hot meals when someone can sponsor them. Otherwise, they manage to keep feeding the evacuees with pre-packaged food. Not much of it is healthy. There's a lot of instant ramen. But today, anyway, there's home cooking. Some people take their lunch to their meager temporary homes, 8-foot by 10-foot areas partitioned by waist-high cardboard. Shoes sit outside the space, and you wear slippers inside, as always in Japan. Modest piles of personal effects are stacked neatly next to the sleeping rolls. These people didn't bring much with them. They were in a rush to leave home. In one large hall, the partitions were designed by the Paris-based Japanese architect Shigeru Ban. He went low-tech, using cardboard tubes like Tinker Toys, hanging bed sheets on them like curtains. They provide an ingenious level of privacy, considering the partition is a piece of thin cloth. Overall, Big Pallet is an impressively well-organized evacuation center.
And this is saying that today is internal medicine.
It offers evacuees free medical care, daycare, food, and clothing. But no one would want to live here. There were over 2,000 residents here at Big Pallet right after the earthquake. Most were from the irradiated zone closest to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant. Some of them also came from oceanfront villages and lost some or all of their family in the tsunami. The happiest place at Big Pallet seemed to be the barber's area. It's set up right next to a large window in front of the convention center, where the light is good. One of the barbers, named Akira, had come up from Tokyo to volunteer. As he said, everyone still needs their haircut. Big Pallet seemed quiet when I was there. Some of the remaining 900 evacuees at this way station have jobs to go to during the daytime. But for those who don't have work, they're here pretty much all the time. Quite a few were sitting in their partition spaces, sleeping, reading donated manga, or staring listlessly into space. Some have stopped waiting for good news. Others are slowly gaining weight. At the same time, they're losing confidence in the future. But like that barber, there are Japanese who come here and try and keep the present and maybe the future alive for these people who've lost most everything. When I was visiting Big Pallet, the Miharu Ensemble from the neighboring town of Miharu performed chamber music for anyone who would listen for an hour. But even if you didn't sit down in the chairs in front of the quartet, the sound of Pachelbel's cannon seeped through the convention center. And for those few moments at Big Pallet, the music, like those partitions, brought comfort and calm to all of the corners of the building.